So, I wanted to talk about my rose fragrance collection. It's a really recent thing to me that I've started to discover different fragrances that I never thought I would like or enjoy. And my tastes in fragrance have really, really changed. And something I am absolutely loving at the minute is a rose fragrance. So I'm going to be as quick as I can to get through them all because I do have quite a lot. So I'm going to pause and grab and carry on, and hopefully it won't drag on too long for you. So this is Kayali Fleur Majesty, and this was actually my first rose fragrance. I am quite a Kayali fan. I have several of their fragrances. So when I saw this was coming out, I thought, look at that beautiful bottle, I want it. So the notes on this one, quite handily written on the back: juicy pear, sweet peach, rose royale, pink peony, violet wood, and purple musk. Now this is quite a juicy, fruity, sweet rose fragrance. I do get some of that pear in the opening, and then sweet, almost candied rose, and then a bit of muskiness to it. This is actually probably one of the strongest Kayali fragrances that I have. And initially I thought, oh, did I overdo it, and didn't reach for it that much. It wasn't till I got this oil, rosewood oil, that I realised how much I was enjoying the rose. And I had a sample of this in as a freebie in an order that I had. So it opened my eyes to rose. And I started reaching for this again and realised how much I love it. It is gorgeous and it lasts really well. I know a lot of people say the Kayali doesn't necessarily last that long, but this for me really does last well. Then came Hawes Eclat, Rasasi Hawes Eclat. Now this starts with a burst of lychee. You really get that rose coming through. It's sweet, it's fruity, but there's slightly more to it, and it has mentions of pistachio in it. And I think that gives a creaminess rather than a strong pistachio note. But it definitely adds another dimension. And then it adds amber and soft woods in there in the base of it. Just makes it a bit creamier. And I do get a bit of nuttiness from it. This is beautiful. I'm just loving them all. Lattafa's Noble Blush. Now this is probably the most different out of all of the rose fragrances I've got. A lot of them tend to be inspired by Delina and Delina exclusive. This is very different, and this I would say is probably the most beginner rose fragrance. If you wanted to experiment with rose, this is a safe one. It is creamy, sweet, soft rose. So this one has base notes of rose milk, then middle notes of almond and meringue, and then base notes of sandalwood, musk, and vanilla. It is smooth, it is creamy, it is sweet. You do get that almondy milkiness in there with soft, creamy rose. So if you're a little bit scared of too much floral, this is a beautiful starting point for a rose fragrance. So this is Leather Scenic Rose, and this is probably my fruitiest rose. This was kindly gifted to me by my friend Louise, and it's beautiful, and I would at some point like to upgrade to a bigger bottle. So this opens up with strawberry. I get lychee from it, but it's not listed in it. And apparently lychee and rose can go hand in hand and be quite similar fragrance notes. But I do get a fruitiness with this. It is sweet, soft rose. So it says pink pepper, matcha green tea latte, strawberry, then middle notes of pear blossom and rose, and dry down of white woods, musk, amber and vanilla. This is bright, uplifting, fruity, soft rose, sweet, and I'd definitely say very much on the fruity side of rose. But it's beautiful and definitely big bottle worthy. Then we have Della from French Avenue from the Equestrian series. This is stunning. This is probably my most elegant, most grown-up rose fragrance. It's probably the closest one that I have to the inspired by fragrance, which is Delina, and it is elegant, grown-up, sophisticated rose with a sweetness, with a freshness, and it is absolutely stunning. And whilst I do have other fragrances that have rose elements in, this is the last one of my fragrances that rose is the star of the show. So this is Rose Couture by Cadlage. This is beautiful, creamy, sweet rose. Now, this is more, I would say, inspired by Delina Exclusive, which is a creamier, sweeter version of Delina. And I just absolutely love it. This was kindly gifted to me from my friend Sinead. Thank you again. But it is a beautiful, creamy rose. It's got plenty of staying power, elegant, beautiful, soft, not old granny rose, just lovely, sweet, creamy rose. Thanks for watching. I hope it didn't drag on too long for you.